Brief report. Zika virus associated with microcephaly. Definition. Member of the flavivirus, that includes dengue, West Nile, and yellow fever. Shares of this virus is their ability to be transmitted to humans and bites from Aedes aegypti mosquitoes.
Zika fever is a disease that is caused by the Zika virus that can be spread through mosquito bites. Some people experience no symptoms, while others report flu-like symptoms including muscle and joint pain, fatigue, fever, headache, and loss of appetite. The Zika virus can spread from an infected mother to her fetus during pregnancy or at delivery, and may cause subsequent birth defects. Currently, there is no vaccine or specific treatment for the Zika virus.
Application in medicine. The best protection against Zika virus is to avoid mosquito bites. To avoid bites, should use insect repellent, wear chlorine covering full body, use cervical barriers, and sleep with mosquito nets. It is also important to employ clean and covered containers that can collect water, such as buckets, pots, or tubs, to eliminate potential breeding sites of mosquitoes.
New travel warning for pregnant women. Outbreaks of a tropical illness called the Zika virus are spreading through Latin America and Caribbean countries and may be behind an increase in rare birth defects. KCAL 9's Erica Knocklin is live from Ontario International Airport with the details on this scary news. Erica.
That's right, Elsa. It's called the Zika virus. There is at least one case here in the U.S., but the big concern right now is for pregnant women who are traveling to other countries like Mexico, where the virus is quickly spreading.
We're used to hearing mosquitoes can spread West Nile, but now we're learning more about the mosquito-spread Zika virus. The CDC says it's linked to birth defects and even infant death. U.S. health officials are advising pregnant women to postpone travel to 14 places, including Mexico, Brazil, Panama, and Puerto Rico. And here's why. In Brazil, the Zika virus is being blamed for a 20-fold increase of babies born with microcephaly, or a small underdeveloped brain. This AP photo shows a Brazilian baby with the birth defect born last month. Pregnant traveler Lauren Ranieri says now is the time she'll take those alerts seriously.
Most likely, it would probably stop me from traveling while I was pregnant. It definitely makes me think twice.
In the U.S., a confirmed Zika case in Harris County, Texas this week has public health officials trapping and testing mosquitoes.
Concerned? No. Worried? No. But those are things that we want to continue to watch.
There is no vaccine for the Zika virus, so if you do travel to the areas of concern, doctors say insect repellent is the best defense, especially repellent with DEET.
And it is okay for pregnant and breastfeeding women.
And as always, talk to your doctor before you decide what to do.
My daughter is pregnant now, so if I'm going to bring something back, that is a concern that I want her to be protected as well. So that'd be a high warning for me.
The symptoms of the Zika virus in healthy adults includes a fever for several days, rash, aches, and red eyes. But again, the big concern is really for pregnant women or women who want to get pregnant. Jeff and Elsa.
Pros and cons. Stay well informed about the many occurrences in the world, and you gain knowledge that will always be lacking. Becoming panorama, a negative outlook on life and the world, and becoming bizarre about topics you may not even know that much about.
We can't go there until they know more about what's going on.
And Sonia, if we begin to see more cases of this virus transmitted here in the United States, you said you talked to doctors today. Are they ready to handle this?
So that's one of the questions I asked. And Dr. Ansari, who you saw in the story, she is actually helping to train other doctors and get them ready to particularly be able to identify the symptoms of Zika virus, so fever, the rashes. And from there, these doctors have to report what they find, if they find Zika virus, to the CDC. And the CDC then can run the tests to confirm.
Pros and cons. Stay well informed about issues apply in Ecuador. We have people with sunset case and 54 confirmed. 30 are in Manabi, are recorded. 11 in Pichincha, 10 in Guayas, 2 in Rivers, and a case in Azuay, El Oro, and Galapagos. To prevent malformation in babies, the Ministry of Public Health designed a monitoring system that includes identified pregnancy with Zika to give track during pregnancy.
El virus del Zika llegó a Ecuador a fines del 2015. Se transmite a través del mosquito Aedes aegypti. Entre los síntomas del Zika están fiebre, sarpullido, dolor en las articulaciones y conjuntivitis. Si una mujer embarazada contrae Zika, el niño puede nacer con microcefalia, que es un trastorno neurológico que afecta el desarrollo de funciones motrices y el habla. También puede causar el síndrome de Guillain-Barré, una enfermedad autoinmune que ataca el sistema nervioso y que puede causar debilidad muscular y parálisis progresiva. Desde el 2016 hasta lo que va del 2018, se han presentado en el país 5.347 casos de Zika, 2.946 en el 2016, 2.398 en el 2017 y 3 en el 2018 por semana epidemiológica. Además, 21 niños nacieron con malformaciones congénitas, 20 presentaron microcefalia y 1 labio fisurado. 1 en el 2016, 16 en el 2017 y 4 en lo que va del 2018. Las provincias con más casos registrados en este lapso son Manabí con 3.330, Guayas con 1.289, Esmeraldas con 208, Santo Domingo de los Áchilas con 207 y la provincia de Los Ríos con 123. Durante el 2017 se registraron 4 casos de síndromes neurológicos asociados a Zika. 3 desarrollaron el síndrome de Guillain-Barré, 1 en Nueva Loja y 2 en Santa Elena, y 1 desarrolló encefalitis en la provincia de El Oro. El grupo de edad más afectado durante el año pasado fue el comprendido entre los 20 y 49 años. En su mayoría fueron mujeres.
Conclusion. The Zika causes mild symptoms such as fever, headache, and joint or rashes. In pregnant cause microcephaly and congenital neurological disease that cause irreparable damage to the developing baby.
I'm Dr. Bobby Lazara for today's Medical News Minute. Microcephaly is considered the primary neurologic pathology in Zika virus infections, but a study published in JAMA Neurology indicates it may be much broader than that. In a study from Brazil, 11 infants with known Zika virus infection were observed from 6 months to end of gestation. Neurologic damage was confirmed by MRI and ultrasonography. The findings, 3 of the 11 infants, they died, for an infant mortality rate of 27%. All infants had neurologic damage. These included microcephaly, ventriculomegaly, cerebellar hypoplasia, reduction in cerebral volume, and lissencephaly with hydrocephalus. So it turns out microcephaly is only the tip of the iceberg. And the authors recommended, given the more complete neuropathology described, that the term congenital Zika syndrome be used to describe the pathology of developmental anomalies seen in Zika virus infections. I'm Dr. Bobby Lazzara for the Medical News Minute.